Oh, damn and blast! After reaching in, he pulled forth a half-eaten carcass of a fowl. He's mangled the duck, damn and blast! He held it out in front of him, shaking his head sorrowfully. He then looked up at Eleanor. I don't suppose. No, I am not eating any of that. She shivered. With a great effort, he flung the carcass into the brush. Ah, well, let us partake of the wine and see what we can salvage of our picnic. The rest of the comestibles seemed intact, and neither of them, after all they had been through, were particularly squeamish. They unwrapped the rest of the delicacies packed by Mrs. Seacole and began their repast. Do you remember our first dinner out on the terrace? No rats there. He was lying on his side, smiling his playful smile at her again. I do. You were quite dashing and gallant. I was, wasn't I? And modest, too, as I recall. She attempted to make that remark with composure, but began to laugh. The joke did not fall flat. He laughed as well and then looked off into the distance. At least I can still be gallant. My looks, however. Anyone who knows you will think you handsome despite and perhaps because of your war wound. How could they not? He turned back to look at her again with such tenderness that it sent a radiating heat through her. He leaned forward, and she knew he intended to kiss her. How could she betray Julia in such a way? It was true that Julia at this very moment was probably betraying him, but that did not justify. A rifle shot rent the air. Wentworth flung himself on top of her and flattened her to the ground. Another shot sounded, and then the bullet whistled past, too close for comfort. Stay down, Eleanor, stay down, he whispered close to her ear. His body, so thin and yet so strong, pinned her to the ground. She was aroused and terrified at the same time. That's from In the Eye of the Beholder by Maggie Mooha.